Hello everybody, Whitebox here with another game of Spirit Island. I should have about an hour here to get a game in, so I'm doing another solo game. This time I'm going to be playing Ember-Eyed Behemoth against the Habsburg mining expedition, trying to get my first level 6 adversary win with the big stompy kaiju mountain turtle. So I'll be going around trying to stomp out these mining expeditions and making sure the island is clear of invaders. My initial explore here was jungle, and that's actually pretty good. With the jungle in B4 being the blighted land, that means I could actually let both ravages go on the first turn, and then I wouldn't have to worry about the level 6 effect from Habsburg. Now it would still be dangerous since, well, actually that's a lie because they don't cascade. It would just upgrade. So, yeah, it's maybe good to let the Ravages go. I'm not sure. I think I do want to avoid the Empire Ascendant, so getting a couple Blight on the board early is not a bad idea. So, to that end, let's take a blue one here as a marker. I think I will probably go for growth 2 first. Let's see, that costs some energy. No, I think we'll go with the growth 3. I do have to discard a power card with fire, but that's okay, because I'll be able to reclaim them back a little bit later. Eventually I do want to go majors, but I don't think I need to turn 2 major. Turn 1 major, that is. So I'm going to go for a minor. Got a lot of cards with fire, which is pretty good. Gold's Allure is nice. Lure of the Unknown's not bad. Sunset's Fire Flows Across the Land is not a great card. Yeah, here I think Gold's Allure is great. It's free. It does kind of solve some lands. So I think I'm going to go with that. Okay. I've got 3 energy. I do have to discard a power card with fire. Let's go ahead and discard I might just discard Gold's Allure. It's a good card, but I don't think I need it now. This way I'll just have my starting hand, and I've got extra energy for it. So let's go with Gold's Allure. And I'm going to go from bottom, so I can get that second card play. 1 range for this ad. Let's start working my way down this way. And they are going to Ravage in B4, but I think I'm okay with letting that go, just because it's going to get more Blight on the board, so I can start avoiding the double explorers from the Empire Ascendant. So the faster I can get that out, I think the better. Let's go with Exaltation of Grasping Roots and Surging Lahar. Okay, cool. So we go into fast powers. I could move my Incarna fast, but I think I want to see where they explore first, so I'm just going to chill there and move in the slow phase. So we go straight into... make room for my events. We go straight into the invader phase, so they'll flip an event. After flipping the event, they will build in jungles. So they will build down here. Land B4 is a mining land, so they are going to ravage instead. Instead of cascading, they upgrade one of the invaders there. Okay. which is fine. Now there's 2 Blight on the board. I just need 2 more Blight in order to avoid the Empire Ascendant, and I could have that next turn. So I think that's maybe the way to go. Alright, I don't care too much about Blight as this spirit. Now we're going to go ahead and explore into Sands. Okay, and now we go to slow powers. So slow powers here, I've got Surging Lahar. I've got the first level of Smash, Stomp, and Flatten. I can move my Incarna, and I've got Exaltation of the Grasping Roots, which unfortunately they did explore Sands, so I'm not going to really get to stop and explore there. So I'll probably use Exaltation of Grasping Roots first. This actually lets me add 2 wilds, so I'm going to go in here and here. I don't really want them to ravage there, so it's a matter of which order I want to do things in. Alright, I think I'm going to use Surging Lahar on B6, so I'm going to do 2 damage there, and add a Badlands. Lots of tokens in that land. Then I'm going to move my Incarna here and stomp for 2 damage. Okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to discard cards. Go back to growth. Let's see, I could do another growth 3. I could go for growth 2, going from top, which would give me enough energy for things. And an extra fire. So yeah, let's do that. I'm going to go growth 2. Jungle or land with my presence. So the jungles are ravaging. I'm not gonna do anything to stop them. So I'll lose one of these presents, but I think that's okay. It just gets me a little bit across the board. Okay. So that's that. I'm gonna get 2 energy. And then play Terrifying Rampage and Blazing Intimidation. Okay, yep, that should be good. Alright, so I could stop a Ravage. Nah, I'm not sure which order I want to do things in. So let's go into fast powers first. I want to do Blazing Intimidation. I would like to stop this build, so I'm going to push these 2 guys here. And get a fear for that. Oh, I realize I forgot. I'm always going to forget Mining Boom on the first turn. So after the build step, they should have done Mining Boom. So choose a land with Explorers, build there, and then upgrade 1. So I would have done that in B2. So we'll build, and then upgrade that other Explorer. So that was the Mining Boom from last turn. I'll try not to forget that again. Okay, Blazing Intimidation, push those 2 Explorers out. I get a fear for that. Now I would like to stop the Empire Ascendant this turn, so I don't think that I want to stop either of these Ravages. So I can maybe set up a counterattack in B8, so at least after the turn, they'll go ahead and fight back and remove that town. So let's go ahead and do that here. I'm going to push this Dahan over yonder, get a fear for that. I'm going to leave my... Yeah, I'm going to leave my Incarna there. For now. Okay. And I'm ready to go to the event. So we've got Dahan trade with the invaders. It's a nice one. Some seek knowledge, others are interested in tools and trade goods. So I think, let's see, if I ignore the Rendus, Dahan do not participate in ravages. That would save all of these Dahan, which is okay. I can display my wrath at this betrayal. Each pair with Dahan among their lands destroys one, generates a fear. I actually don't. Or I can change and help them learn, but I don't think I can afford that. No, I have no air and no energy. That would be cool. So I'm going to ignore their interest, so Dahan do not participate in ravages this turn. Okay, so then we're going to ravage in jungles. We'll ravage here. Upgrade one of those explorers into a town. We'll ravage here. That does get me to an early blighted island. Immediately on each board, destroy one presence and remove one town. Okay, that's not too bad. Paul upon the land. Paul always causing problems. So let's destroy this presence. Alright, that's fine. So done with the ravage. Then we're going to build in sands. So I will build here. It's a normal build. As this shifts over, I'm going to get my mining boom. So choose land with explorers. Let's see, I know jungle's not coming up, and I should be able to clear some of these jungles out coming up pretty soon. So let's do that in B8. So I'm going to replace one of these explorers with a town, and then build there. I guess I build and then upgrade, but same effect in this case. Alright, and then we've got wetlands. So with wetlands, I'm exploring with 1 now instead of 2. And now we go to slow powers. So if I have Smash, Stomp, and Flatten, I have the 2nd level, so I can do 3 damage. I'm just going to do that here. Let's move my first Fear card. And then I'll move my Incarna. Let's see, wetlands. Jungles are more an issue. I'm not as worried about the wetlands just yet. Maybe I should be. Let's see, we've got 5 guys here, 6 guys here. 6 pieces, I should say. I mean, I'm going to be able to move it when I reclaim anyway. So let's go there. And then I can decide when I reclaim where I want to go. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to discard cards, go back to growth. With my growth, I'm going to reclaim and empower my Incarna, which is now a sacred site. And now I can Smash, Stomp, and Flatten twice. And then I can move the Incarna. I think I'll move it into B6. So I can stop that city. And then move out to a different land. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to get 2 energy. All my cards had fire, so I reclaim all. I would like to do a Surging Lahar. And And one of my free cards, so probably Exaltation of Grasping Roots, so I get the plant, because that'll get me the third level, or the second level rather, of Smash, Stomp, and Flatten. Okay. So that's that. Let's go into fast powers. First fast power I'm going to use, well actually I'm not going to use a fast power, I'm going to save my movement until Smash, Stomp, and Flatten. That's good. Okay, so let's go straight into an event. Provincial seat, choose a land with a city, build there. Okay, I'm going to do 5 damage. So I think I could probably do B6. No, I don't want to do that. So I'll just do B8 and add a second city there, because I'm going to be doing a bunch of damage here. So that should be fine. 4, 5, 6 things there. Should be okay. Then we get Beast Chase Off Homesteaders next. So on each board, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. Rally to the defense of distant kin. On each board, gather 1 Dahan into a land with Dahan. In that land, defend 1 per Dahan. Okay. Can't do that. Alright. Terra level 1 fear card. Did I remove the town last turn from Apollo upon the land? I can't remember. It's too late for me to go back and change that, so I will not. Restlessness. Each player pushes up to 1 explorer or town from a land not matching a build card. Alright. Let's, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay. Alright, we've got Ravage in Wetlands. Actually, I can just push an explorer in here. And then in the Ravage, he'll get destroyed, so that's fine. So Ravage in Sands. Build in Wetlands. Explore into mountains with the escalation. And the escalation is after advancing cards on each board, explore into lands whose terrains don't match a Ravage or build card. No source required. Let's go here. And I'm going to clear out a lot of this land, so I guess I'll go there. A little risky, but I think it's fine. Okay, that's that. So now we go to slow powers. I'm going to use Surging Lahar to do 2 damage in this land. Adds a... I don't have a presence there. Okay, I've got to wait on that, actually. So, yeah. I'll wait on that. Instead, I'm going to use Smash, Stomp, and Flatten the first time right here, doing 4 damage thanks to the Badlands. So that's going to clear that land out. Then I'm going to move my Behemoth over here. Then I will use Surging Lahar on this land. So now I'll do 2 damage here. Add that Badlands. And I'll Smash, Stomp, and Flatten again in this land, which will do 4 damage as well. So 2 more Fear. Gets me a Fear card. I'm going to use Exaltation of Grasping Roots. They're going to explore non-mining lands next, so let's put Roots there. And I guess I'll put Roots here, because that one's a little sketch. Okay, that'll be pretty good, I think. Now we discard cards and go back to growth. Alright, so with this growth option, I can't use this one anymore. That's fine. Let's go. Probably Blazing Intimidation. Can use that to stop this build. They will still explore their next turn, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and gain a power card. I'm going to get 3 energy. I'm going to gain a major. I've got Pent-Up Calamity, which is great. Transformative Sacrifice is a fun card. Also not too bad. Can I threshold that? I can. Not right away, but once I get to 3 card plays, I can. Yeah, I mean, Pent-Up Calamity is so good that it's hard to pass that up, and I threshold that right away with Terrifying Rampage. So as fun as Transformative Sacrifice can be, and actually as good as Paralyzing Fright is as well, I think I am going to go with Pent-Up Calamity. And I will just forget... Probably Surging Lahar. It's nice, but a little expensive, so I think I'll forget that. Keep Exaltation because it's got more elements. I'm going to get 2 energy. I do have to discard a card with fire, so I'll just discard Gold Allure again. And yeah, I can play Pent-Up Calamity as well as Terrifying Rampage. Okay, cool. So that's going to be pretty strong. We'll explore a bunch, but that's okay, I think. Okay. Yeah, we'll see where I go with this. There are a bunch of different options. So let's go into fast powers. I'm going to use Pent-Up Calamity. 2 range. I'm going to add a Strife and a Disease into this land. And then I have the Threshold, so if I haven't removed tokens, I can add 2 more Strife tokens. Which I will do. That's going to be cool when I reclaim and do it again next turn. I also forgot to add a presence. What am I doing? It's late. My first day back at work after paternity leave. I think I would like to go top. Just so I have the energy to do this again on the reclaim. Now let's go. Okay, that's that. So I got Pent-Up Calamity. I do have Terrifying Rampage as well. Could use that to save the Dahan there and stop a Blight. Don't know that I really care about that. No, I think I do. I'm going to use Terrifying Rampage up here, so 2 invaders do not participate in Ravage. I get 1 fear, and I can push those Dahan into B2. Okay. So those are fast powers. I'm going to keep my behemoth where it is. Let's go into an event. We've got temporary truce and lands with Dahan. Dahan in one town or city do not participate in ravages. Then we've got Prey on the Heedless, and each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. Doesn't apply. Speak of the Spirit's Anger. For each board, 1 fear if any Dahan are in lands with towns and cities. So we got 1 fear for that. 1 fear card, Terra level 1 still. Each player removes 1 explorer from a coastal land. Sure. Okay, now we've got Ravage in Wetlands. Not participating here. No Ravage there. Build in Mountains. Then explore into non-mining lands. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non-mining lands. Okay. Alright, not bad. So now I'm to slow powers. I'm going to use Behemoth Rises again. Actually, I can leave that one alone, because they're going to build there anyway. I may as well clear out the city. It's going to make it easier. I also need to remember Mining Boom. I may have forgotten that last turn, but it might have evened out if I forgot Paul Upon the Land. So let's do a Mining Boom somewhere. And let's do that. Don't love my options. Start here, because I should get a big counterattack in this land. So I'm going to build there and upgrade. Okay, now I can use my slow powers. So, slow powers, I've got the Smash, Stomp, and Flatten. Yeah, I will use it here. I'm just going to destroy the city and the Explorer. 2 fear. Move my behemoth over yonder. Do 3 more damage into that land. For 1 more fear. They're going to build there. I might be able to get a fear card that'll remove it though, so I think that's alright. Yeah, they're going to build another city in B8 anyway. Okay, I'm going to change things around a little bit. So instead of doing Smash, Stomp, and Flatten here, let's take some fear back. It was here, 2 back, 3. Yeah. Where is my fear pool? Alright, so I was at 2. I got 3 that turn from stomping stuff. So it should look like that. No. 2. I'm going to try to cut this out in post because it's embarrassing me trying to watch me do math. 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, so resetting the board a little bit here. Instead of doing my Mining Boom in B2, I'm going to do a Mining Boom in B7. And I'm not going to Smash, Stomp, and Flatten in B8. Instead, I'm just going to move to B7 and then do it twice there. So I'm going to do 6 damage in this land. And that'll be my 3 fear. Maybe not any better. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Okay, that's that. So now I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. I'm going to reclaim, gain a power card. I'm just going to gain a minor, I think. I've got Rights of the Land's Rejection. That's cool. Visions of Fiery Doom, also not bad. Can push that town out, which is nice. And that helps me threshold. Yeah, let's do Visions of Fiery Doom. Cool. Cool. Rights of the Land's Rejection, also excellent. But in this case, I just want a fast push that also has Moon. There's one more fear than the other thing, so. All right. Yeah, I can make this work a little bit. So let's see, I gain 3 energy. I'm going to play Visions of Fiery Doom and Pent-Up Calamity. And go into fast powers. So first fast power, I'm going to do 2 fear with Visions of Fiery Doom. Pushes me into Terror level 2. And I'm going to push this town over here. And hopefully I'll be able to deal with that. Then I'm going to do Pent-Up Calamity. I'm going to use that on B8. So I can start getting stuff in there. So that'll be a Disease, a Strife, and 2 more Strife because I have it thresholded. There we go. Okay, that's that. Yeah, there we go. So that's it. So now we go to the invader phase. We'll get an event. Okay, Partitioned Wilderness. On each board, if there are 4 or more lands with towns, which there are, just barely, add 1 blights to a land with or adjacent to towns. Spirits may prevent this on any and all boards by destroying 3 presents from each board to be protected. 3 is a lot. I've only got 4 presents in my Incarna. So I think I'll just add the blight. And I'll just do it here, because probably not as worried about that land. Okay. Pestilence arrives on canvas sails. On each board, add 1 disease to the coastal land with the most towns and cities. Cool. Cool. And then in that land, 3 damage to the Han. Not as cool. Need those for counterattacks. Clever Cooperation. Each spirit may push 1 of their presents from a land with Dahan. 2 damage in the land pushed to. I don't have presents in lands with Dahan, so that's fine. 2 fear cards. They're level 2 this time. Each player may choose a land with Dahan or adjacent to at least 3 Dahan. Invaders do not ravage in that land this turn. Sure, I'll just save the token so they don't ravage and beat 3. That's fine. And then Daunted by the Dahan, 1 fear per board with both invaders and Dahan. Lands with Dahan have defend 3, and invaders do -6 damage to Dahan during Ravage. That's cool. Alright, so Ravage in mountains. Nothing happens. Salt Deposit. I'm going to build in non-mining lands. All my non-mining lands, except for 1, are empty. And then we've got Explore into Wetlands with the Escalation. Alright, so Escalation is going to be non-mining lands. Or it's mining lands, so non-mining lands, non-wetlands. So I'll do here and here. Okay. So that's that. Now we get to slow powers. So where am I going to stomp? I think B4 makes the most sense. So I'm going to come in here to B4. And I'm going to smash, stomp, and flatten. Just do that twice. Destroy those 2 towns in the Explorer. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. Now I could just keep reclaiming those 2 cards, but I don't really want to. I want to break out of this reclaim loop. So instead I'm going to go for growth 3. Gain a major again. So I'll have 6 energy. So some expensive ones here. Walls of Rock and Thorn is nice. Except they're not gonna ravage there, but in the future they might, so that's a pretty easy threshold for me too. But I did kind of clear out those lands. Let's see, this turn I'm only worried about B1. And I can push stuff out, so not super worried about it. So I think I will take Walls of Rock and Thorn, because a jungle and a mountain are my most dangerous lands right now. So let's go with that. I'll just forget Visions of Fiery Doom from discard. I've got to discard a card with fire. I'll discard Gold's Allure. Poor Gold's Allure just keeps getting discarded. And yeah, let's figure things out. So I get 6 energy this turn. Get to add a presence as well, and I think I'll go bottom. I think getting to that 3 card plays is going to be really helpful. Let's see, 1 range for this. So let's go. Here. Okay, I'm saving Walls from Rock and Thorn, so I'm just going to play Blazing Intimidation and Terrifying Rampage. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, I'm going to use Terrifying Rampage in B1, so that's going to be 1 fear. And 2 invaders don't participate in that Ravage. Then I'll do 1 fear with Blazing Intimidation, and I think I'll also do that in B1, so I can push these guys probably here, because I should be able to wipe that land pretty clean next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things there, so that's okay for now. Okay. Nope, I don't have that yet. Oof, I'm just messing up everything this game. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit tired. Alright, so I'm done with fast powers. I'm still going to save my movement for the slow phase. Let's go to an event. Visions out of time. I think I'll actually do the Omen marker. I usually don't. But I have some good defense, so add 1 Omen token to the land without omens that has the most invaders, which is this one. After the Ravage step next turn, add each Omen to fear, invaders Ravage, remove 1 token. That's okay. I think I'll be fine with that. I can defend it a lot. Prey on the Heedless in each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. Perfect, that's what I was counting on. Then Strength from Trade, lands with Dahan have defend 2, and lands with towns and cities and no Dahan, Ravage actions do +1 damage. Okay. Alright, so going into the Ravage, or excuse me, the Fear card. Terror level 2 still. So we've got Civil Unrest. On each board, add 1 Strife to a town or city and a land not matching a Ravage card. Let's go here. Each invader takes 1 damage per Strife that it has. So all of these invaders with Strife have 1 damage. I don't think that's going to matter. So actually, it might with my stomps. So, and this one will die. Alright, cool. So now we go to Ravage. They're going to Ravage in mining lands. So we'll just lose these 2 diseases. That stays there. Build in wetlands. Fortunately, I couldn't stop that. And then explore into jungles. That is fine. Escalation, let's see, put 1 there, and 1 again right there. Okay, done with the escalations now. This will Ravage twice next turn, so I gotta clear that out. Fortunately, that means I'm gonna waste my Smash, Stomp, and Flatten a little bit. But I have other things that'll deal with those lands, so I think that's okay. I think. Can only use Walls of Rock and Thorn once. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna move up here and just clear this land out. Not the best use of that, but it's kind of what I had to do. Okay. So that was my only slow power. I'm going to discard cards, go back to growth. I'm going to do another growth 3, because I'm going to have 6 energy this turn, 9 energy this turn. I've got a cheap major, relatively. So I could go for another major, and I think I will, because why not? Blazing Renewal is really good. That's probably going to be the play. And 5 energy is just enough for this. So yeah, let's do that. Blazing Renewal it is. Okay. That helps quite a bit. I'm going to forget Gold's Allure from discard. I'm sorry, Gold's Allure. You're one of my favorite miners, but didn't get to use you this game. And yeah, I mean, this works out too perfectly. So I can actually go top track, get that earth unlocked. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, that's fine. Now I'll go here. Okay, cool. So top track, that's gonna let me threshold Blazing Renewal, so it's +4 damage. So I'm basically gonna get to clear land out. So let's go with Walls of Rock and Thorn in this land. Have the threshold for that as well. This is all my energy, by the way. I'll just stack that on those cards. I'm gonna build jungle. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. I'll lose 1. That's fine. Okay. So Walls of Rock and Thorn is going right here. It's going to be 4 damage. These guys healed up. Again, I forgot to do the Binding Boom last turn, so let's do that right now. I don't know why I'm so terrible at it. So the Mining Boom is going up here. They're going to build in that land. And then upgrade. Doesn't matter which one I Mining Boomed, actually, because they're all getting destroyed anyway. It's just more fear. Alright, so Walls and Rock and Thorn right here. It's going to be 4 damage. Add a Wilds. Add a Badlands. It's isolated, and it's defended 10. Then I'm going to use Blazing Renewal up on B8. I have the Threshold, so it's going to do 2 damage to each town and city, plus 4 damage. So that's going to kill everything there. And get both my presents back. Okay, and that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fear. And suddenly the board's looking pretty much in control. I think I'm going to have this game wrapped up pretty soon. Maybe one more turn. We'll see. Might even finish up this turn. Okay. So that's that. So Blazing Renewal, I'm going to save my movement and my Smash, Stop, and Flatten until the slow phase once again. So let's go into an event. So first up, well, Visions at a Time will come after the Ravage, so I'll wait on that. Alright, overcrowded cities on each board with cities, and one, I actually don't have any cities, I just killed them all off, so that's fine. Prey on the Unwary, each beast destroys 1 explorer. And Coming of Age, on each board add 1 Dahan to a jungle or wetland with Dahan. 2 fear cards, Terra level 2. Skip the next normal build. Build card remains in place instead of shifting. Cool. Spreading Timidity. Each player chooses a different land to isolate. Also defend 2 in those lands. I'll just isolate that one. Actually, if I isolate this one, then they won't be able to explore any of those lands. So I'm going to isolate B6. Okay. Yeah, no, this game's over. I know I've messed a couple things up. I think overall, though, it was well enough played that this is just a pretty easy win against Habsburg Mining, but I'll finish it out just to see how it goes. Alright, so Fear card's done. Let's go into the Ravage. They will successfully Ravage here. 1 Blight left on the card's a little bit scary, but it is fine. Then they are going to, there was 1 mining land actually, so they are going to Ravage here as well. This one is defended 10, so even though they're doing 6 damage to the Dahan, doesn't matter. Dahan will fight back, kill that town. And then the Omen is going to cause them to Ravage again, so it does 2 fear. Invaders Ravage here. But again, it's defended 10, so they'll just fight back and kill that town. And that gets me there. Then remove the Omen. So first time I've actually taken the Omen option. So that's that. That was my Mining, Ravage, and Wetlands. Build card remains in place. And then they're going to explore mountains and wetlands. Although after the build step, then I do my Mining Boom. So let's remember that down for once. I'm going to do it right here. So we'll build there and replace this guy. And then they're going to explore into mountains and wetlands. This one's isolated, which means they don't explore here. They will explore there. And that's it. Okay. And now I'm going to stomp my way to victory. So I'm going to move my Behemoth over yonder and stomp there twice, which will do 6 damage. 7 with... actually, it'll do 8 damage because it's doing the Badlands twice. So that's going to destroy all of those, taking me into Terra level 3 and a win against HME level 6. So level 6 win with Ember-Eyed Behemoth. So yeah, a bit of a sloppy game. I apologize. Like I said, my excuse is that I'm tired from being a new parent and from working today for the first time in a week. So that's how it goes sometimes. But I'm glad I got this in. I'm glad I got a win with Ember-Eyed Behemoth. It's a pretty good spirit. I think I mentioned this in my other Ember-Eyed Behemoth videos, but I think it really is almost low complexity. It's just the fact that it's got an Incarna that pushes it up to moderate, but it's a pretty approachable spirit if you just want to walk around and smash things. And it evokes that fantasy really, really cleanly. So yeah, pretty clean game, I think. I do think, usually I think letting the island blight that early as against Habsburg Mining Expedition is the way to go, just because that Habsburg 6 effect is pretty scary, getting all those extra mining lands, and if you just stop them from doing that, then it's not really a difficult adversary, honestly. It's a very fun one. I love this adversary. I love playing around the ceaseless mining, but it would be on the easier end of the 10 difficulty adversaries for me, I think. Alright, so yeah, let me go ahead. I'll score this up. Let me go ahead and mark as well. I'll point to the sky here and see which spirits I have left in order to finish up with my level 6 adversary tour. I believe I've got Shroud left and 3 more Nature Incarnate spirits. Offhand, I think it's Wounded Waters Bleeding, Wandering Voice Keen's Delirium, as well as Darkness Swallows the Unwary. Or, that's not it. That's a power card from Lure. It's Breath of Darkness Down Your Spine. That's the guy. Alright, so those are the 4 spirits that I have left in order to finish up having a level 6 adversary win with every spirit in the game. So I'll be doing that over the next couple weeks. As always, thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions, feel free to comment below, and I will see y'all next time.